Good morning. Today I wanted to share with you what I consider to be the ultimate morning skincare routine if you are someone who deals with super sensitive, irritated skin. Perhaps you have rosacea or maybe some irritated, inflamed acne. This is a perfect skincare routine that is extremely gentle. However, it's also anti-aging. Now, of course, I'm not a doctor, I'm not a dermatologist, not an esthetician, so I'm just sharing my opinion, of course, of what has worked best for me when my skin is super irritated and sensitive. All right, so the very first thing that I like to do every single morning is after I pull up my hair, I wash my hands, and then I always like to wash my face. And if you're wondering why I wash my hands before I wash my face, we should be doing that no matter what type of skin we have, but especially we should really be more aware if we already have super sensitive, irritated skin, because if you wake up in the morning, you know, whatever you're touching, perhaps you're grabbing your cell phone right away, or you're touching the door handles on the bathroom, you probably can't see any of those little bugs and germs and things crawling around all over your hands, and you don't really want to put that on your face. So just a little tip, if you're not already doing that, you might really want to start making sure you wash your hands first before you wash your face. Since this is a routine for super duper sensitive, irritated skin, we're not just going to use any old cleanser to cleanse our face, because we really want to protect our skin barrier. We don't want to just go in with any cleanser, especially not something that's going to foam up or have beads or scrubby things in it, because if you do have that super sensitive skin or rosacea prone skin, your skin barrier is probably already compromised. So how is it going to maintain moisture and hydration if it's already compromised? So in this routine, we're going to use super duper gentle products, but effective products that will make a difference in our skin. This is the cleanser that I like to use when my skin is super duper sensitive and irritated. This is by the brand ECZEMA. This is in their tolerance line. This is their extremely gentle cleanser. I love this line because they are fragrance free. They are great for irritated, sensitive, rosacea prone skin. You know, some ECZEMA products have fragrance, but I prefer the ones that don't have the fragrance, and this is one of them. This is so gentle, and it will leave my skin feeling plump and hydrated and a nice little glow afterwards. It's as if it will deeply hydrate and moisturize from deep down within and not leave any residue on the surface. But this actually cleans my skin. So I will use this in the morning, but then I also love this in the evening. Like, this is probably one of my all-time favorite makeup removers in the evening. That's how potent it is, but it is so gentle. One thing about this line, actually, this product right here is the very first product I started using, golly, probably 10-15 years ago from them. This is their thermal spring water, and basically it's just sterilized mineral water in a can, but it's not the same as just putting basic old tap water or, you know, distilled water or whatever on your face. Pretty much all of their products have this thermal spring water. It's not just regular old water that's in here. And especially if I have super irritated skin, I carry a can of this around with me everywhere I go because it is so refreshing and hydrating. It will refresh my makeup throughout the day and just add that little burst of, you know, added hydration if my skin starts to look a little dried out. But if you are dealing with that super red, irritated, rosacea prone skin and your face just always feels irritated, if you just get yourself a little can of this, it comes in a huge can. I buy the huge can also, but when I'm traveling, I just bring the little one. I've shared this in my all-time favorite holy grail skincare products over the years because it just does so much. I even use this on my hair. It makes my hair super shiny, and it will help so that I can restyle my hair with a blow dry brush. I use this for so many different things. If you have a cut, a scrape, a burn, anything like that, you could spray it on. It really helps to soothe it and to keep it hydrated. But this on my face is absolute perfection. Or maybe you're going through menopause and you're having hot flashes, keep a little can of this because this will cool you off instantly. All right, so back to this cleanser. What I like to do when I use this, I don't wet my hands first. So I've already washed my hands and I've dried them, but I like to use this on dry hands and dry skin on my face. I feel like it works better when I do use this on dry skin. It's just a really light, this lighting in this bathroom, it's kind of bright, but it's just a very sheer, milky texture. It just really feels like a super lightweight, hydrating moisturizer. So I will just massage this all over my face with my fingertips. No scrubbing devices, no washcloth. Remember, if we have super irritated, sensitive skin and a compromised skin barrier or rosacea, we don't want to use anything that's going to scrub and tug and cause any more irritation to our skin barrier. So everything we do, we want to be super duper gentle. Just using your fingertips will work just as good as any of those fancy cleaning devices out there, if not better. And I will bring this all the way down my neck and my chest. Now, for purposes of this video, I'm just gonna do everything on my face, because when I am getting ready in the morning doing my skincare, I typically don't have a robe on. I will have nothing on, or just, you know, my little pajamas. But for this video, to make it easier, so I'm not kind of exposing too much, I'll just do my face and maybe this part of my neck. But just so that you know, I do always do everything all the way down my neck and my chest as well. So this cleanser, I read that you actually don't even have to rinse it off if you don't want to. But again, I'm using this as an actual cleanser, not as a moisturizer. So I am just gonna rinse it off really quick with my hands, and I'll be right back. All right, then I'm just going to take a brand new clean little hand towel, one that has not been used, and I'm not gonna completely dry my face. I'm just gonna kind of pat on my eyes just so I don't get the water in my eyes. I always like to keep my face wet or damp before I move on to my next step. First of all, it's gonna keep it nice and hydrated, but it's also gonna help that next product to penetrate even better. Same thing when I get out of a shower. I try to put my moisturizer on with within 30 seconds of getting out of a shower, so that it just makes it lock in a little bit better than if I were to put moisturizer on super bone dry skin. And again, if you have the most sensitive skin in the world, some dermatologists will tell you to just use a clean paper towel to pat dry your face, or make sure you're using a super clean, not one that other people have touched, a super clean, I just use a little hand towel so I'm not wasting a big towel. A super clean hand towel, perhaps one that hasn't had fabric softeners and all kinds of crazy chemicals in them. Because remember, everything that's on products that we're putting on our face, that's going to go into our skin. So if you use all those fancy Downy and all those delicious things to make your laundry smell amazing, if you're putting that on your face or your body and you're having any sensitivity or irritation, it could be the products that you're washing your clothes with. So you also might want to look into just using more natural things. I mean, I've seen people make laundry detergent with just some baking soda and some vinegar, and it cleans just as well as all those fancy fragranced products. All right, so since I'm yapping, my face is already dry, and since I want to have damp skin before my next step, I'm just gonna refresh it with my ECZEMA thermal spring water. Do you see how it's like a angel whispering water on your face? All right, so instead of just moving on to a super gentle moisturizer, even if we have super sensitive, irritated, rosacea prone skin, we still want to use products that are anti-aging, that are going to protect us from the elements, from the UV and from all the pollutants out there that could cause more irritation to our skin. So why can't we have really good serums and lotions and potions even if we have super sensitive, irritated skin? Well, I have found probably one of the most amazing drugstore vitamin C serums that is perfection for irritated skin. And many of you that saw my video a few months back when I had first found this, when it was brand new to the market, many of you said you tried it and you were like, oh my gosh, I can use this on my super sensitive, irritated, rosacea prone skin. So this is by Vanicream. I'm so thankful that they came out with something like this, because I use other, for example, this brand, Truth Treatment Systems, they have a vitamin C serum that is perfection for rosacea prone skin, because it doesn't have that irritating form of vitamin C like many other products. So for example, this is one, don't use this if you have rosacea, but this is one I just bought before we hopped on another cruise ship. I saw that it was new to the drugstore and I wanted to try it out. I will say I'm not loving it, but I'm going to share why I don't love it in another video. But this is the type of vitamin C, most of them that are out there, and it has L-ascorbic acid in it, which can be very irritating for people, especially if you have sensitive, irritated skin. Even for me, someone who doesn't have super sensitive skin, using high-strength L-ascorbic acid products oftentimes can cause irritation, acne, redness, breakouts. So this is what most people think vitamin C serums are, with this type of L-ascorbic vitamin C acid in it. But this product from Vanicream, it is a completely different form of vitamin C. And this one from Truth Treatments, this is their retinol, but I have their vitamin C, and it's a non-irritating form. So the one by this brand, Truth Treatments, it has a type of vitamin C in it called tetrahexyl decyl ascorbate, I think is how you say it. I probably always say it wrong. THD, we'll just abbreviate it. but it is a fantastic vitamin C derivative that can go deeper down. So they say it can go a little bit deeper down than L-ascorbic, because they say L-ascorbic oftentimes can just sit more on the surface, and that's what, you know, can also cause that irritation. When I share the expensive vitamin C from this brand, even though it is fantastic and any skin type can use it, it is extremely pricey. I do have a discount code for it if it's in your budget, but I'm so thankful that Vanicream came out with a drugstore version of it. Now, granted, it doesn't have as high a strength of the THD, the tetrahexyldecylascorbate. It doesn't have as high of a percentage as, of course, this high-end one does, but it is still a fabulous, fabulous vitamin C serum. This one has, I think, 5% of the tetrahexyldecylascorbate, and then the Truth Treatment ones, I think, has 80% of it. So I'll just put maybe 2 or maybe 3 pumps of this on my face, neck, and my chest. There's no burning, there's no stinging, there's 0 irritation with this. There's no fragrance. It is super, super sheer. It even feels hydrating and lightly moisturizing. I can even put this on my eyelids without any irritation at all. That's how beautifully formulated this serum is. This form of vitamin C, unlike this type of vitamin C, this is the L-ascorbic type of vitamin C, this type is not going to oxidize. So that's one thing that a lot of people have problems with these type of L-ascorbic vitamin C serums, is that they say, oh my gosh, mine's turned brown, or they feel like they have to keep it in the refrigerator, you have to keep it away from air and light. And then the packaging is so important, because it's this one is such an unstable type of vitamin C. You don't have that problem with this type of vitamin C. It's not going to oxidize. You don't have to keep it in the fridge. It's not going to turn brown. This is a stable form of vitamin C. So if you don't want to hassle with all the issues that come along with L-ascorbic acids, and of course if you have super sensitive, irritated, rosacea prone skin, and you know you cannot use this type of acid on your face, but you still want a vitamin C, look into something like this. Of course, if it's in your budget, you want to try the Mac Daddy of all non-irritating forms of vitamin C that have that super high 80% concentration of the THD vitamin C in it. I'll link it down below, and again, I do have a discount code for it, but I wanted to keep this video more affordable. So that's why I definitely wanted to share this one, because this way it could fit in pretty much almost everyone's budget. Now for my third step of my easy morning skincare routine, I'm going to use a moisturizer. This is a fantastic moisturizer by the brand ECZEMA. This is also in their tolerance line. So remember I said this particular line, their tolerance line, is fabulous for sensitive skin because it's a fragrance-free line and doesn't have all of those irritating ingredients. This is their Soothing Skin Recovery Cream. I think I saw that this won a bunch of awards because this really is such an impressive moisturizer. This is more than just a moisturizer in my opinion. Of course, this comes in that same fantastic packaging that the Vanicream one does. This is an airless pump. You don't have to worry about scooping your fingers in anything or getting any bacteria or anything like that, or germs in your product. This comes in this beautiful sterile airless pump. So this way they don't have to add all of those extra preservatives and things in it that potentially could cause irritation on sensitive skin. This is very soothing. It almost feels kind of cooling, but it doesn't have, you know, menthol or peppermint or anything like that in it. But this, if you deal with redness in your skin, this can help get rid of that redness very, very quickly. I think I read somewhere that it says within 60 seconds it can help reduce the redness in the skin. I will just use maybe 2 or 3 pumps of this. It's kind of mousse-like and very lightweight. It's not some rich, heavy, gloppy cream that's gonna make your face feel smothered. But I will bring this all the way up around my eyes, and I will just use this even as my eye cream. We also now want to make sure we're protecting the skin so that we can help heal our skin even faster. So if you think sunscreen is an awful thing for your irritated skin, maybe you're using the wrong sunscreen. A lot of chemical sunscreens can cause a lot of irritation, but I'm just shaking these up. These are 2 of my favorite mineral sunscreens from the same brand, ECZEMA. Now I have like 20 or 30 different sunscreens that I've brought with me, but these 2 are almost empty. By the way, I'm on a cruise ship. If you're new to my channel and you're like, what do you mean brought with you? This is not my normal bathroom. This is a cruise ship bathroom. But these are almost empty because I use these almost every day, because these are 100% all mineral, non-irritating sunscreens, but they have super duper high sunscreen protection in them that will really help to keep my skin protected. But since I deal with hyperpigmentation called melasma, which is more of a hormonal hyperpigmentation. Some days it's lighter, some days it's darker. That's just how melasma is. If you want more information on melasma, I can link some of my melasma videos down below of what to do to treat melasma. But these are two sunscreens from ECZEMA that I absolutely love. This is their tinted one and this is their non-tinted. Now I like their tinted one better for me. And do you see how dark this tint is? Now this, when I first squirt it out, it looks like it's too dark for my skin, but once I blend it in, it is absolute perfection. And this one is a white shade. I don't usually mix my sunscreens together and then apply them. I will put this one on first and then this one, or vice versa. I like to layer instead of just mixing. But sometimes, since these are pretty much the same, sometimes I will just put them in my hand and mix them together, and then it will turn it into the perfect tint for my skin. And then with this darker tinted one, I don't bring it all the way down my neck and chest because I don't want to get it on whatever shirt I'm wearing for the day. So oftentimes I'll just put this on my face and then I will put this on my neck and my chest. And if you do have super duper irritated red skin, but you want to find a foundation that covers, like full coverage, beautiful coverage, or you can sheer it out, this is from ECZEMA. Also, this is a sunscreen compact, but it is a super duper pigmented sunscreen compact. So even though it's a sunscreen, you could use this as your foundation. This comes in this really nice little handy compact. It's got a puff in it that you can use, a sponge to apply the product, and then it has a beautiful cream to powder, super duper pigmented tinted sunscreen in it. This will cover my hyperpigmentation. It will cover my melasma. It will cover if I have any blemishes. This is the most amazing product to keep in my purse to touch up my sunscreen over top of my makeup throughout the day. Or instead of even wearing foundation, I like to wear this as my foundation for the day. I have this one in the shade beige. And that's pretty much it. If you wanted to see another video where I did an entire makeup look using this beautiful ECZEMA sunscreen compact as my actual foundation for the day, I zoom in really close in that video showing how amazing this is at covering things on our face. If you wanted to see that other video, I'm gonna pop it up here if you wanted to click on it and check it out. Thanks so much for watching, and I will see you in the next video.